Hey YouTube, it's me, Briana. Today I am trying a new lighting setup, so God willing you guys can still see me. Today's video is going to be a tag video because V. Renee tagged me in this video about 100,000 years ago and I never made it. So today I'm going to be providing my answers to the writing community tag. Number 1, what drove you to find a writing community? Those of you who have followed me for years know that fresh out of college, I went down to Florida to start a new job and I moved down there with no friends, no family, no real support system. It was really hard for me to stay down there and work for a year all alone, and I was able to get some writing done. I wrote Blood and Water while I was down there and it ended up being the best thing in the world for me, but I could not have written Blood and Water or really survived without some kind of support system, which thankfully I found on Twitter. Which leads into question 2, how did you first start getting involved? Like I mentioned, I found my online writing community on Twitter. I started posting there and engaging with people, developed a little bit of a following, and was ultimately able to finish writing and publish Blood and Water thanks in large part to the help of my online community. Number 3, what have been your favorite platforms or networks for a writing community? Obviously Twitter, since that's the one I mentioned at the very start and probably the one that I spend the most time with, but recently I have also really come to value Instagram because it's offered me a great level of engagement and I really feel like it allows me to give people sort of a peek behind the curtain into my more personal life. And I will also say that I really like YouTube. When I started making videos on YouTube, I didn't think I'd be as interested in it as I am. I was kind of starting out just sort of out of a weird sense of obligation, but now I really do value what I've learned from people on AuthorTube and the engagements and interactions I've had with people on the platform. Plus, now I do actually enjoy making YouTube videos, so yeah, I'm definitely going to continue to do that. Number 4, what are some best practices for connecting with and interacting with writers online? First off, remember that all writers are people too. Even if you're interacting with a super famous author, be chill and talk to them like a person, not like you're a total weirdo. Don't be creepy, don't harass people. Remember that writers and content creators in general do not owe you anything, so don't act like they do. Basically, just be polite and respectful and use common sense and it'll all be good. Also, this should go without saying that make sure you show interest in other people's work and you don't just talk about your own stuff because nobody likes that and no one likes a fake friend. Number 5, are there any platforms or ways to connect that you want to try next? I feel like I've tried almost every platform there is out there. I do want to do more with YouTube this year and I want to do more with my Patreon, so I'm not sure if that counts, but I'm going to say YouTube and Patreon. Even though I've already gotten started on those platforms, I want to use them more to their full potential than I do already, if that makes any sense. Number 6, have you made any writing friends in person? If so, how? I do have writing friends in person. That is a weird way to word that question, but I'm not really friends with anyone in person that I met, say, through my online community. Obviously, there are people from the internet, which is weird, that I talk to almost every day, and there are people that I have, side conversations with about stuff other than writing, but I have not yet met any of those people in person. I do want to meet a lot of those people in person, hopefully sooner rather than later, but it just hasn't happened yet. The real life friends I have that are interested in writing, I met through my previous employer, and we sort of developed a friendship. One of them is my CP. Her name is Amanda, and she is incredible. She also writes horror, and I'm really hoping you guys get to see more from her soon because she's a fascinating person and a great writer. Number 7. How has the writing community helped you in your writing journey so far? Oh boy, I don't know if I have enough time to go into this, but suffice it to say, I would not be published if it weren't for the writing community. I've gotten so much feedback and advice and encouragement and even tough love from people in the writing community, and I don't know if I ever would have gotten to this point without anyone I've talked to. Every single person I've engaged with online has helped me become a better writer, a better person, and a lot more serious about publishing and my writing journey in general. With that said, if you and I have interacted on social media before, congratulations! You are one of my favorite people in the world just because you exist. Number 8, on what other platforms can people connect with you? If you're watching this video, you probably already found me through social media, but if you just happen to organically find me through YouTube, I also have an Instagram and a Pinterest and a Tumblr and a Twitter and all that good stuff. I will link to those below. But on most social networks, my handle is either brianamorganbooks or brianamorganbooks in the case of Twitter, because my name is too long. Number 9, shout out some positive forces in the writing community that you think we should connect with. Since this video is on YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and throw out some great AuthorTube peeps. So I'm going to shout out Jenna Moresi, who is probably the biggest influence on me as an AuthorTuber, in that she's the one who inspired me to start posting videos. Some other great people I think you should connect with are V. Renee Wrights, who also happened to tag me in this challenge, Jen Akers, Emma Fink, Brooke Passmore, I already said Jenna Moresi, Megan Tennant, and Bella Rose Pope. Number 10, promote writing community by tagging 3 friends to participate in this tag next. I'm going to tag the ever wonderful Emma Fink, as well as the brand new to AuthorTube Jennifer Akers, and the perpetually awesome Bella Rose Pope. If any of you have already done this tag, I'm sorry, feel free to skip it, but if you haven't considered this, go ahead and do it. Oh God, I hate that joke. I'm gonna leave that in. That's all the time I have for today. If you liked what you saw, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, click subscribe, and ding that bell so you never miss an upload. Also, if you are currently supporting me on Patreon, thank you so much for your support. It really does mean the world to me. If you're not currently supporting me on Patreon, well, what are you waiting for? Consider doing so for $1 or more a month and receive access to some exclusive and pretty awesome rewards. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Bye!